Have you ever looked at your cat peacefully sleeping by the window and quietly wondered, are you truly happy living indoors your whole life? It's a question that comes from love, because every caring cat parent wants to give their furry friend the happiest life possible. We see birds flying outside, leaves dancing in the wind, and sunlight stretching across the garden. And sometimes we can't help but wonder if our cat dreams of a world beyond the walls of our home. But what if everything we've been told isn't the whole story? What if your cat doesn't measure happiness by how far they can roam, but by how safe they feel, how deeply they trust, and how loved they are every single day? The truth about an indoor cat's life is far more beautiful, emotional, and surprising than most people realize. By the end of this video, you'll understand what your cat experiences every day inside your home, what they secretly need to stay happy and healthy, and why, for many cats, the greatest adventure isn't outside at all. It's sharing a quiet life with the person they love most. When a kitten first opens its eyes, the world is not a place of freedom. It is a place of finding safety. Long before a cat learns to climb, hunt, or chase anything that moves, it learns something much more important. It learns where it feels protected. In nature, that safe place might be a hidden den beside its mother. Inside your home, that safe place slowly becomes your house, your familiar rooms, your voice, and even your scent. To us, a home is simply where we live. To your cat, it becomes an entire universe filled with maps only they can understand. Every chair, every hallway, every window, and every quiet corner carries meaning. They know exactly where the morning sun will warm the floor, where the afternoon breeze slips through a slightly open window, and where they can disappear for a peaceful nap when the world feels too noisy. While people often imagine that cats dream of escaping outside every day, the truth is much more gentle. Most indoor cats become deeply attached to the place they know best. They don't wake up wishing for endless space. They wake up looking for familiar sounds, comforting routines, and the people they trust. This is why even a small change inside your home can catch your cat's attention. A new piece of furniture, a moved chair, or even a different smell can make them stop for a moment and quietly investigate. They are not just living in your house. They're carefully learning every part of it, making it feel safe in their own special way. And perhaps the most comforting part of all is this. When your cat rubs against your legs, curls up on your favorite blanket, or sleeps beside your bed, they are not simply passing time. They are choosing the place where their heart feels calm. In a world that could be full of danger, uncertainty, and loud surprises, your home has become their peaceful little kingdom. And whether you realize it or not, you are at the very center of that world. As the days quietly turn into months and the months become years, something beautiful begins to happen inside an indoor cat's heart. They stop seeing your home as a place they happen to live, and they begin to see it as the only world they truly know. Every morning follows a familiar rhythm. They hear your footsteps before they even see you. They know the sound of the food cupboard opening. They recognize the soft click of the light switch when the day begins and the gentle silence that settles over the house at night. These little routines may seem ordinary to us, but to your cat, they are comforting promises that life is safe and predictable. Cats are creatures who find peace in knowing what comes next. Unlike people, they don't spend their days worrying about tomorrow or wishing they had more. They live in the present, and when that present feels secure, their minds can truly relax. That is one of the greatest gifts an indoor life can offer. Outside, every sound could mean danger. A passing car, a barking dog, another animal protecting its territory, or sudden bad weather can force a cat to stay alert almost every moment. Inside your home, those constant threats are replaced with quiet moments of rest. Your cat can stretch without fear, sleep deeply without needing to hide, and close their eyes knowing they are protected. That deep sleep is not laziness. It is trust. A cat only sleeps so peacefully when they believe nothing around them wants to hurt them. Have you ever noticed your cat sleeping with their paws tucked under their body, completely relaxed, or rolling onto their side without a care in the world? Those moments are silent love letters. They are your cat's way of saying, I feel safe here. But there is another side to this story that many people never think about. Safety alone is not enough. Even the safest home can begin to feel small if nothing ever changes. A cat's body may be resting, but their curious mind is always searching for something interesting. They still carry the instincts of tiny hunters, even if their biggest adventure is chasing a toy mouse across the living room. And that is where many loving owners unknowingly make a simple mistake. They believe keeping a cat indoors automatically means the cat will stay happy. In reality, happiness doesn't come from walls. It comes from what happens inside those walls. Imagine spending every single day in the same place without anything new to discover. Even if that place is safe, warm, and filled with love, your mind would eventually begin searching for something to wake it up. Your cat feels something very similar. Deep inside, every house cat lives the heart of a tiny explorer. Their wild ancestors spent hours following scents, listening for the smallest movements, climbing to high places, and solving little challenges just to find their next meal. Those instincts never disappeared. They simply followed your cat indoors. That is why you may suddenly see your cat sprint across the house for no clear reason, leap onto the tallest shelf, stare at a blank wall, or spend 20 minutes watching a single bird through the window. They are not being strange. Their amazing mind is asking for something to explore. When an indoor cat doesn't have enough mental and physical stimulation, they often create their own adventures. Some begin scratching furniture more than usual. Others knock objects off tables just to watch them fall. Some meow constantly for attention, while others become unusually quiet and sleep much longer than they should. These are not signs of a bad cat. They are gentle messages that something important is missing. The beautiful part is that making an indoor cat feel fulfilled doesn't require a huge house or expensive toys. Sometimes the greatest adventure is as simple as moving a cardboard box to a different room, hiding a few treats for them to sniff out, placing a perch near a sunny window, or spending just 15 minutes playing with a feather wand as if it were real prey. To your cat, those moments are not just games. They are opportunities to think, move, chase, and succeed. Every playful jump ends with a little feeling of victory. Every new scent becomes a mystery worth solving. Every climbing spot lets them quietly watch over the home they love. Have you ever noticed how your cat's eyes become wide and bright during playtime? How their tail begins to move with excitement, and every movement suddenly becomes focused. In those moments, you are not simply entertaining your cat. You are helping them become exactly who they were born to be, while keeping them safe from the dangers waiting outside. And perhaps that is one of the greatest gifts we can ever give them, a life where curiosity never has to compete with survival. There is something else that quietly changes when a cat spends their whole life indoors, and it may be the most touching part of all. As the outside world becomes less important, you become more important. Much more. You're no longer just the person who fills the food bowl. You become the center of your cat's daily life. They learn the sound of your footsteps long before you reach the door. They know the way you laugh, the way you call their name, and even the difference between your happy voice and your tired one. To many people, this seems impossible. Cats are often described as independent, distant, or even uncaring. But anyone who has shared a home with a cat knows a different truth. Love from a cat is quiet. It doesn't shout for attention. It whispers through small moments. When your cat follows you from room to room, they are not simply being curious. They are choosing your company. When they sleep beside your feet or curl up on your lap, they are placing themselves in the safest place they know. And when they slowly blink while looking into your eyes, they are offering one of the greatest signs of trust a cat can give. They don't need words to say, "I feel safe with you." Their actions say it every single day. Have you ever had a difficult day, sat down without saying a word, and suddenly your cat appeared beside you? They may gently rest against your arm, purr softly, or simply stay close without asking for anything. No speeches, no questions, just quiet company. It almost feels as if they know exactly what your heart needs. While we can't say that cats understand every human emotion the way people do, they are incredibly good at noticing changes in our voices, our routines, our body language, and even our scent. They often sense when something is different long before anyone else does. That is why so many cat parents say their cat somehow knew they were sad, sick, or lonely. Maybe your cat has done that for you too. If they have, tell us in the comments. We'd truly love to hear your story. These little moments remind us that the bond between an indoor cat and the person they love grows stronger with every shared sunrise, every quiet evening, and every ordinary day spent together. While the outside world keeps changing, your cat finds comfort in something wonderfully simple, you. And sometimes, without even realizing it, you become the safest place your cat has ever known. As your cat grows older, the meaning of an indoor life begins to change once again. The playful kitten who once chased every moving shadow starts to move a little more slowly. The impossible jumps become smaller. The long zoom eyes become shorter. They may spend more time resting in the warm patch of sunlight they have loved for years, and a little less time climbing to the highest shelf. At first, these changes can make our hearts ache. We wish we could stop time and keep them young forever. But your cat isn't counting birthdays the way we do. They are simply living one peaceful day at a time, finding comfort in the familiar world they have always known. For an older indoor cat, that familiar world becomes one of the greatest gifts you can give. They don't have to face cold nights, heavy rain, speeding cars, or fights with other animals. Their aging body can rest without constantly preparing for danger. Their favorite bed is still waiting for them. Their water bowl is always close by. Their favorite window still catches the morning sun, just as it did years ago. Even the sound of your voice becomes part of the home they depend on. Senior cats often become even more connected to the people they love. They may seek your lap more often, follow you more quietly, or simply choose to sleep in the same room as you instead of exploring the house. It isn't because they have become needy. It's because love becomes even more valuable when life slows down. They have learned that your presence means safety, comfort, and peace. If you live with an older cat, you may notice something else too. They don't ask for grand adventures anymore. They seem happiest with gentle routines, soft blankets, calm voices, and a few loving strokes behind the ears. The smallest acts of kindness become the biggest part of their day. And perhaps there is a lesson hidden in that for all of us. We spend so much of our lives chasing more, while our cats quietly remind us that happiness often lives in simple things. A warm place to rest, someone we trust, a full belly, and a heart that feels safe. Maybe that is why sharing life with a cat changes us without us even noticing. They teach us to slow down, to appreciate ordinary moments, and to understand that love doesn't always need words. Sometimes love is simply staying close. By now, you may have realized that the question isn't simply, is it okay to keep a cat indoors for their whole life? The better question is, what kind of life are we creating for them inside our home? An indoor life can be one of the safest, healthiest, and longest lives a cat can have, but only when it is filled with love, curiosity, comfort, and gentle care. Your cat doesn't need endless streets to wander if they have sunny windows to watch the world, cozy places to climb, toys that awaken their hunting instincts, peaceful spots to rest, and, most importantly, someone who truly understands them. Every gentle play session, every fresh bowl of water, every clean litter box, every soft blanket, and every quiet moment you spend together tells your cat the same beautiful message. You belong here. You are safe. You are loved. And maybe that's what every living heart is searching for. Your cat doesn't care about expensive furniture, perfect decorations, or how busy your day has been. They don't judge your mistakes or expect you to have all the answers. They simply wait for the sound of your footsteps, hoping you'll sit beside them for a little while. In their eyes, you are not just the owner of the house. You are home. So the next time your cat curls up beside you, purrs softly in your lap, or slowly closes their eyes while looking at you, remember what that moment truly means. They're giving you something precious that cannot be bought or replaced. Their complete trust, their quiet friendship, their whole heart. And perhaps the greatest truth of all is this. Your indoor cat isn't dreaming of becoming someone else's cat or living someone else's life. They're simply grateful that, in this big and sometimes confusing world, they found you. If this video helped you understand your cat just a little more, we'd love for you to become part of the Meowsphere family by liking this video and subscribing for more gentle stories that bring us closer to the animals we love. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what is the one little thing your cat does that instantly makes your heart smile? We read every story, and your beautiful memory might even be featured in one of our upcoming videos. Until next time, give your furry friend a gentle scratch behind the ears. Cherish the quiet moments you share, and never forget that to your cat, you are already their whole world.